Want to be a part of the revival? Get your exclusive merch now. Shop our online store and show your hometown spirit.
Hey guys, I'm Brad Clay. I am a director and one of the executive producers of Cal's Hometown Revival, and hopefully you came over here because you've just watched our episode in Coleman, Texas, and I'm actually joined by, well, you guys know Cal, and also this is Adam Carter. Adam is executive producer, editor, apparently cheerleader.
You left out the word extraordinaire.
I did leave out the word extraordinaire, and I apologize for that, Adam. We'll make sure that's added to the credits of the show.
I forgive you.
Please, thank you. I appreciate that. We wanted to be able to do this because there's only so much time and so many things we can put into an episode, and there's so much more that happens behind the scenes, and because we're there filming for a couple days. Cal, you're there way longer than that, right?
I pretty much live in these places. Like sometimes I rent houses and stay. So yeah, I'm there for a minute.
You're there for a minute. And because of that, you get to know the places to eat, the places to go, things to do. And some of that stuff we don't get to all fit into an episode. And that's why we wanted to have this time where we could talk about it, discuss it, and go into a little bit more detail. But it was really cool that we got to do this episode in Coleman because Coleman... It's pretty special for you.
Yeah.
For what reasons?
Well, I really just got my start in Coleman. So I had just barely started doing murals, and that is when I went to Coleman. I met a group of ladies. Kim Little was in that group, who has just been such a cheerleader for everything that we've wanted to do.
All of us.
I mean,
Kim Little.
Thank
you, Kim Little. This is your moment, Kim Little.
We have talked about needing to do something nice for Kim Little for a long time.
For way too long, and we haven't done a thing.
We got to get her a gift card to the Sizzler.
All you can eat, baby.
we gotta make that happen.
Oh my God.
I got $5 left on this Taco Bell gift card.
Get you something real nice, Clark.
Hit that dollar menu.
But Kim,
I love Kim.
Yeah,
she's been one of those people that just has fought a fight that I didn't even know I was fighting for me. You know what I mean? Every room she goes into, she drops all of our names for what we do, and she's brought me back multiple times to Coleman to do murals over the years, and she's branded it from Coleman to Calman half the time, you know, and I'm always staying with her when I'm in town, and she's actually how we met.
Is there any other place that has more Cal murals?
No.
Than Coleman. Coleman, Texas. We can say it's the Cal capital.
Yes.
It really is. Like,
yes.
You've got so many there, right?
And they do such a good job of just like, you know, advertising them and using it. But what was really cool was at the time when I started doing murals, we didn't know if murals were going to work. Like this was back when like nobody was doing them yet. So now there's murals everywhere and people love murals. But when I started doing them, I had to sell the town on why they should want murals. So Coleman was kind of, at that point, hadn't had a revival in town yet. And once we started doing the murals, and then they kind of made this initiative to clean up and paint old buildings, they put some music in downtown. It was like, it really did come back to life. And they attributed that so much to the murals. Like I didn't, but they did. And so it was really neat.
I would feel that Coleman has been pretty progressive because they brought us in to do some work with their economic development. And Adam, you remember what it was like rolling into Coleman the first time.
I remember the first time because they were like, hey, we want to go get this cool shot of downtown. We can go up on this roof. And we went on top of the roof, and I was like, there's not a lot of things. It's like, well, we need to get the shot. Okie dokie.
Yeah, there just wasn't a lot going on in Coleman, Texas. There wasn't a lot of artwork yet. You hadn't done very much artwork. There was only a handful of businesses downtown, and through, you know, artwork, the work of their economic development, they have brought back downtown Coleman, Texas. Like 100%. Almost every building downtown is full with cool places. And so, you know, talk about what are some of your favorite places, because you've spent so much time there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love it. Some of my favorite places to go definitely are anything that the Rancho Loma group has touched, right? So the Rancho Pizzeria, if you go there, you have to get the piquillo peppers. There's peppers with roasted garlic, stuffed with goat cheese with some fresh bread.
And I'm not a goat cheese guy at all.
That's so good.
But those little pepper things are wonderful.
I go there just for that. Like, I don't even sometimes get pizza. I go there just for the goat peppers and the Caesar salad.
I don't like that you call them goat peppers. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Oh, and then they opened a new steakhouse. They're about to open a new barbecue, and it feels almost weird. It's like that little section is like New York City opened something in a town of like what 3,000 people. Like it's so
paste pecani sauce like New York City. Like
New York City.
Where's this made at? New York City.
We got goat peppers.
That's only when a person like me goes to a nice establishment. I don't know what I'm eating or doing there. I'm like eating with my hands.
You have to put on shoes,
I don't
Cal,
like
to come
that.
inside.
Mm-hmm.
No shoes, no shirt, no
The
service.
service.
One time I did go to a restaurant like in a different town and I had flip-flops on. I kicked them off and they came and told me how to put my flip-flops back on to eat there. I was so offended. Not in Coleman, but that's why I love places like Coleman. They would never do that.
Probably not. You know what one of my favorite places in Coleman is?
What's that?
Al's Drug.
Oh, it's so cool. One of the first original drugstores in the state of Texas.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't
One of
realize that.
the oldest open, like they are in the original spot. They have like a very low number for the drugstore, but they've been there forever. It still has like the fountain, the soda
It
fountain,
is.
all
It's
of that stuff.
old school. Like you go there and you can get like the old school like milkshake.
Yeah.
It's still got it in the cool fancy glass with the cherry on top.
Oh yeah.
It's the old fountain, like all the
great
the swirly
hamburger.
spoons and things like that.
You,
Yeah.
You step back in time.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
And like if you want to see anyone you know in Coleman, you should go there because you're gonna see him.
You're gonna bump into them at
Yeah.
Al Drug.
Yeah.
The owl.
At the
The
Owl.
owl.
The owl.
At the Owl. Is that what we're calling it now?
I've heard Kim call it the owl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the El Taquito. Is it Taquito?
Yeah.
The El Taquito.
Yeah.
Listen.
Tell them about the El Taquito, Adam.
Me and Brad have a vibe. And sometimes the place that you would least expect is most often the hidden gem of community. And El Taquito is one of those for me. I remember the first time that we went there, and you know it's going to be good when the guy's riding his lawnmower.
Oh yeah,
come
the
and
guy
get
rode his
his
lawnmower
burritos.
to get his breakfast burrito.
It's not even that the lawnmower. They love this little couple is so cute. He loves his wife and he like attached a trailer to the lawnmower, put pillows in it, and he drives her around town in that. So they go get groceries, they go get burritos, and they're just happy as can be.
And you know, if one of the stops for the lawnmower trailer combo is a taquito burrito shop, like, I mean, they make their own tortillas. They make their own fillings. They make all the stuff, and they slap it together for you right there, roll it up, and it's just like, how many can I eat?
It's the authentic and good.
It is so good.
It's so good.
It's so authentic, like authentic salsa. They got like the little jars. They got the green. They got the verde. They got the roja salsa. They got all the things that you would want in a burrito shop.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Best thing about the mornings in Coleman, El Taquito.
El Taquito.
Oh, yes.
I would say, Coleman, a lot of the places that we go to, what stands out in Coleman is some great places to eat.
Yeah.
Also, really, really, really cool Airbnbs.
Oh yeah, for sure. And one of my favorite places is like Coleman's kind of on the end of a little hill. So if you go up on the hill, there's a row of retro B&Bs, so Airbnbs, and it's literally like things from like the 1970s, 60s, right? Like, I mean, that's the era, 60s, like Brady Bunch era, but like original. So it's like you feel like you go back in time when you're staying at these places. Decorated well, just such a cool vibe.
And what's cool about it is that those places may have, it's that decor and it's from that, but it doesn't feel old. It feels like it's still a modern place, but it's all the original stuff.
Because it feels new.
I think it's because it's like super clean.
Well, and
Well,
the
you
reason,
literally step back in time. Like
Yeah.
when
For
you walk in, it's like the stuff that is in there feels brand new.
Yeah, that's it.
Even though it's 40, 60 years old, however many years old it is. Like, it's like you feel like this house was just put in a time capsule.
And the reason is because there is a super cool little store in downtown called Bonneville. And Bonnie was one of the original ladies who brought me into town to do murals. She is so cool. And she redid these houses, and she has a mid-century modern furniture store. So what they did was they repurposed all original mid-century modern furniture they would find in places. They would have it reupholstered. All the light fixtures, everything, and then she redid these houses. So that was a big find in Coleman, that you could find this authentic, like from the time era, mid-century modern furniture from designers, and she had it in her little shop. So people were coming from all over the city to shop there.
I also remember while we were there filming that episode that it was threshold of hell hot.
It was warm.
It was so hot.
You know what? I don't want to hear it. I was painting a mural during all that.
I know you were. I know, because I was there filming with you while you were doing it. It was very, very hot while we were in Coleman. But we did do some cool stuff while we were there too. I mean, obviously you're painting, and it turned out incredible. The mural is beautiful, like several of your murals in Coleman are. Like you've done 5, 6, maybe more. How many of your?
No, I think if we're counting like the little bitty ones, like the mouse, I think it was like 13 different ones, like in different places or something. Like Kim has the number.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's from big to that's like one's even this size.
You might talk. I mean, I know it's in the intro of the show, but that's like a little hidden. That's like a little gem.
The mouse, yeah.
The mouse.
Yeah, in Coleman, we spent some time kind of hiding some little, like, what are they called? Easter eggs around town.
Yeah, little Easter egg.
It just encouraged people when they were downtown to have some fun with their kids. Like, they had like a checklist, like, can you find all of the little pops of street art or murals, and then that was kind of like a little adventure they could go on while they were on downtown.
And there's a mouse. What you did is actually took a piece of curb that was broken.
Yeah.
But it looked like a mouse.
Yeah.
Went ahead and painted it and filled it in and added a piece of cheese.
Yeah, I was like, that looks like a rat. Let's make him win. And so we did. Everybody loved it. It was fun.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. So one of the cool experiences that we did was for you to get a bird's eye view of Coleman.
I think it's debatable on whether or not she thinks it was cool at the time, because like in the episode,
what is the most stressful fear of death thing that you could think of, Cal?
Crashing in an airplane. Like
you shared that.
I have definitely shared that's not like a thing I enjoy. Not only that, but I have extreme motion sickness. Like if I stand up right now and put my head like towards the ground and do that 3 times, I'm going to be like, ugh, sick. So the thought of being in a small airplane, the immediate thing is I'm going to throw up. Because I went skydiving before and I threw up on my way down. And I've gone to Six Flags in the roller coaster, and I was the person who threw up in the roller coaster before we all got out. Yeah, it was super cute, let me tell you.
I feel like there were other things going on that morning that you're intentionally leaving out, and I would like to bring them to the surface. Because I was there. Like,
are you talking about...
The emotion you experienced in the episode where she's freaking out, like, that was not fake. Like, that was real. She was there. But there were other things going on.
Okay, so I was in fight camp. So we talk about the martial arts fighting stuff. I was starting to try to get ready for a fight camp. So I was eating healthy. And the other thing about me is I'm like a sugar addict. Like, I love sugar, okay? So it's hard for me to ex-nay the sugar. And we were at the olive oil company, and they had sugar-free chocolate almonds, right? And I was like, wow, these look delicious. So I bought a bag. And of course, I ate way too many of them because I couldn't have sugar. So I was treating it like regular sugar.
It's all or nothing with the sugar.
And so the next morning, I was staying at Kim's, and we had to get up super early because the airplane was at what time?
We're flying at day. Yeah, sunrise. Yeah.
Okay.
Sunrise.
So I'm up, getting ready, and then all of a sudden...
The chocolate almonds came back for vengeance.
And yeah, like I had said accident that morning before I left the house, and I was in the bathroom literally every 15 minutes.
It was not good.
It was not good. It was not good at all. So now I'm like so worried I'm about to have. So I'm in this. Okay, so we go down to the airport. We show up literally every 15 minutes. I'm in the bathroom. Okay, so this first thing in the morning. I don't get to have my coffee, right? So I'm not wide awake.
It's a fear of death, something you're not
Fear
super
of death.
pumped about.
And while you're setting up all your equipment, I'm running back to the bathroom still every 15 minutes going, it's going to be okay, because how long are we going to be in this airplane?
There was a distinct moment I remember you coming up to me, looking at me and saying, Adam, while I'm in this airplane, the wheels might come off the bus. Things may be coming out of all ends, ears, noses, everything. And I remember going, just make sure you don't hit the record button and accidentally turn it off. I would like to view it later.
They didn't care. They were like, oh, it's going to make great footage if you do that. And there's just
solid
great.
TV.
At least the doors were off the plane.
Yeah.
But the thing is like that plane was that guy's baby. It was his baby.
Yeah.
You
Sally.
know?
Sally.
Sally was his baby. So I was thinking, I am going to disgrace Sally. We're gonna be up there longer than 5 minutes. I'm gonna not be able to get out. I'm gonna be like in there like, we gotta land this thing, you know. And then if that happens and I were to get motion sickness, let's say, and I started to like throw up,
What do you
all
do?
chaos.
It's over. It's over. It's over. But Randy came through.
Randy came through.
He came through. He brought you a little motion sickness watch thingy.
Which you can see in the episode I'm wearing.
I did not realize that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he brought it. He was like, I got,
Vibrates
Randy.
or shocks you or whatever.
Randy, sweet Randy.
Great guy.
Just walk,
Randy Long.
Cal, I got something for you. And he just gives it to her and puts it, he's like, I'm gonna turn this up to 3. So it's like the max. He's like, I'm gonna put this on, and it helped.
It helped. I got through. It was fun. Randy, in the clip when I say, Randy, how does feeling make you fly or feel? And he's like, free. I said, does it make you feel free?
Yeah.
And he turned. I was not ready for that at all.
None of that was expected.
I almost threw the camera out the window and like lost it forever. Like it was fun though. It was a good time.
So that was a really cool experience for you. Almost wasn't a cool experience, but it ended good. It ended good, and it gave you a chance to kind of see Coleman from a different perspective. And then you also had a chance to work cattle.
Yeah, that was
You got
so
to play
cool.
cowgirl.
Yeah. And they're real cowboys. Like that's what they do for a living.
Right. Yeah, that is a active ranch. Like that's what it was. There was nothing set up for us. It was just that was happening, and we got to tag along.
Yeah, and so when they had the little wormer thing, when you like shoot the cows with the little wormer in the mouth, I thought it was the end and not the other, so I almost like gave the whole entire thing to. I was like, get me out of here. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This cow is never going to be wormy ever again.
this is the best steak I've ever had.
Yeah,
This
it's
thing.
so clean.
It's so good.
It has a little formaldehyde taste to it.
Cal put a little too much
Oh
dewormer
my
in that
God.
cow.
You gotta give me.
But that was so much fun, and that ranch is also where we went swimming.
Yeah, Ashley and
They're just a great,
they are. They're
great
amazing.
family.
Great family.
Actually, even where we shot
The interview.
the interview for the intro to the show was
Yes.
there as well. So
cantina.
we've had a ton of great interactions in Coleman. Like Coleman really is one of our favorite places in Texas. And so, I guess it's just kind of closing. What would why would you want somebody to go visit Coleman?
What I love about Coleman is that it is such a unique place that you can spend a whole day, have great food and meals. It's pretty. It's surrounded by green ranches and everything like that, but it hasn't lost the soul. There's some places that have been overdone and they feel commercial. They don't feel genuine. Coleman isn't to that point. It still very much has its soul. Everything is unique there, and it has a charm to it, but you also just can relax. You can drive away from your town and just spend a day or two, spend the night, and enjoy everything there is about good country people. and still have a really great experience.
That's great. Adam, what about you, buddy? I mean, we've spent a lot of time in Coleman outside of just doing stuff for Cal's Hometown Revival.
We have spent a lot of time in Coleman, and I love Coleman from the standpoint of that it is just a different pace. And being able to get in there and hang out with Kim when we're there, walk through, see all the cool things. I mean, I've gone up in the first time we went into Coleman, Kim was like, "Yeah, we're going to take you up." And I went up in Sally.
Oh, you did?
And hung out the window with my camera and stuff. And it was super cool. And that's what I love, like getting that new perspective. Like Coleman's good at being able to give you some new perspective. Like it's a different pace. It slows you down. It is the epitome of a small town. So I love filming in Coleman, and I like promoting it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever had a rude experience with anyone in Coleman, Texas. From the guy at the hotel to any of the Airbnb. I mean, every interaction I've ever had with anybody in Coleman, sitting at Al Drug, wherever we were at, it's always just been a very, very pleasant experience. And to see how much it has grown and changed over really the last 10 years has been pretty incredible. The revitalization, the revival that has happened in Coleman, Texas. And it was pretty cool for you to play a big role in that with your art, and I'm sure that's an honor for you.
Yeah.
But then for us to be able to go in and highlight Coleman, to film there. And this was our first town that we actually filmed in. And so this was the first, actual in-town filming Cal's Hometown Revival in 120 degrees. But we did it, and I think the episode turned out great.
It's one heck of a pilot.
Yeah.
It was a heck of a pilot episode.
Yes, it was.
It really, really was.
Just like hanging out with your family their family, Coleman's family.
No, I wouldn't change it. That we said from the very beginning, Coleman's number one.
It is. And we're so thankful that they brought us.
Want to be a part of the revival?
So we
Get your exclusive merch now.
For doing that.
Show up our
I hope
online
you guys
store
have enjoyed,
and show your hometown
this little behind the
spirit.
scenes look into Coleman, Texas. We hope you enjoyed that episode. And make sure you follow us on our social medias. And also make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we'll see you on the next.
Come join the family and follow us on all of our social media. Roll it!
Strut your stuff.